Hello everyone. Today I'm working on, well, it's not going to be a locomotive, it's an actual layout. I got my Corvette and my Camaro to keep me company. So this was actually in the attic of my garage, and animals got into it. The mice ate all this fake snow covering I had put on there, which was really neat, but they ate that. It actually had raccoons walk all over this. I had raccoons in my attic. How I got them out is I saw a video on YouTube. A guy suggested, look at this, what a mess. A guy suggested playing rock music, and I had heard the week before that animals hate human voices. So he played Guns N' Roses. I actually played talk radio, and that it scared the raccoons away. But the damage was done before they left. This bridge survived, but the little track unfortunately died. So I have to redo basically all of that. Instead of the fake snow, I'm going to use white paint this time, so it won't attract the rodents. And I take all the track off. I'm going to repaint everything white. So it's just like starting over, really. I have to basically rebuild the whole layout. So at the same time, my girlfriend challenged me to put lights under each of my Christmas village houses. So I'm going to get started on that. So this is where I want my houses to be basically. So I'm going to get out my drill and my drill bit, and I'm going to drill a hole just to remember where I put my houses. It is very nice to be working in my garage. I've got all my tools handy. So that is great. So that's going to mark the spot for me. Then I can just drill the hole where I want the light to be. So I may need to make the hole larger in the future, but that's going to keep the spot for me. And since I have my drill out, I'm going to use the drill to poke some holes for some trees that I have planned for the future. I'm going to make these holes a little bit smaller on purpose. So they should be as random as you can make it. But I'm going to try to have, every second house have a hole for a tree. So basically now at this point I have to tear out all this old track. But before I do, I'm going to talk a minute about track laying. It's nice to work in my garage because I got all my tools handy, but the lighting is less than perfect. At any rate, these tracks, they come from whenever I buy lots, I'll keep the track. I'll keep the track, and for such an occasion, if I want to add something to my layout, or if I have to do repairs, I have always track available handy. And I always use a gondola when I lay track. First of all, I put my track nails in there, and second of all, I can use it to test the track, just to make sure if something's broken, I can tell right away. So I set up my gondola. I set it up with the old 050 switcher, so then I can test if there's any break in the track. It becomes quite obvious. See over here, there's a break in the track. It becomes quite obvious. So it's good to have a gondola around for that. So I'm going to start tearing this track off. So tearing up the track, it's take your smallest screwdriver that you own and gently, very gently, pry under your track nail. So people de-glue the track. That has advantages too. But I like the old school track nails. allows you to get in there. Allows you to get in there and pry off if you need to. That makes a path on my bigger screwdriver to get in there. So I'll work this gently for a little bit. I went as gently as I could, but it still ripped out the track. This happens sometimes. Hopefully I can find a replacement track for that. So I'm going to keep working and tearing out all the track like this. So once you get your track off, you can come in and pry out your track nail with your pliers, just like that. And then I put the track nails in the gondola. So just like that. I plan to reuse them, but we'll see. Yeah, I still got some new ones if I need to, but if I can reuse them, I will. The demolition part is really shaping up. I'm gonna keep working on this. I've got everything off by now. I have to remove these edges. Fortunately, because I screwed them in, that's gonna be easy. And now I can throw all these tattered coverings off. I took a moment to sand everything. And now I'm ready for painting. So I'm just going to take my time and paint this white. That's going to simulate my snow. I'm going to let this dry overnight. That turned out to be a little bit more work than I had expected. I was hoping to have the trains running by the end of the video, but since I want to have a video out this week, it's going to have to be a two-parter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry overnight and then post part 1, and then next week I'll be laying some track, and I'm hoping to have some trains running. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you soon.